What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JP, back with another video. Today, we're checking out the Huawei P30. Let me get my pen in here. As you can see, I just rebooted it. I don't care if y'all know my pen. Ain't like you can do anything anyway. You don't even know where I'm at. But, but anyway, yes, today we got the Huawei P30. Not the P30 Lite, not the P30 Pro. This is the middle child, the P30. I mean, I really wouldn't say the middle child because the Lite is really an entirely different device. It has a Kirin 710, whereas the P30 and P30 Pro have the Kirin 980, the flagship chipset from HiSilicon, the 7 nanometer with the Cortex A76 cores, as well as Cortex A55s. Now that we got that part out of the way already, this model has 6 gigs. You can also get it with 8 gigs, 128 gigs of internal storage. It uses Huawei's proprietary Nano cards for expandable storage. So, I can't really. I mean, it does technically have expandable storage, but most people have micro SDs, not nano SDs. So, now of course, Huawei's nano SDs are supposed to be, they're supposed to have faster read and write capabilities, and they are smaller, like the SIM cards have gotten, of course. So, it, definitely makes sense, for them, but it just, that's the one takeaway to me because I am big on expandable storage. That's why I never keep my OnePlus devices. As much as I love them at first, I grow to dislike them quickly within time because I need that. It's not that I need the expandable storage. Expandable storage just makes it easier for me to move my pictures and other media around. That's really all it is. I'm not big on apps to SD. 64 gigs of internal storage is fine for me. But it just makes it easier for me to move my media around. It is true that when benchmarked, a device without an SD card inserted is faster than a device with an SD card inserted. So, I get all that too, but that's for a different subject. The Huawei P30 here, it's a beautiful device. It is gorgeous. Unlike the Mate 20, the big difference between the Mate 20 and Mate 20 Pro was that the Mate 20 had an LTPS IPS display instead of the AMOLED that the Pro had. That's not the case with the P30 and P30 Pro. The P30 has an AMOLED panel. It is Full HD Plus, just like the Pro. The difference is the size. The P30 is 6.1 inches. The P30 Pro is 6.4 inches, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 6.5. And that's it. They both have a very small teardrop notch. It's very minimalistic on this device, almost as small as the Essential phones was. It has 2D based facial recognition. It does have the in-display fingerprint sensor. Again, that was another big difference between the Mate 20 and Mate 20 Pro, was that the non-Pro had a rear-mounted fingerprint sensor, whereas the Pro had the in-display. With the P30 series, the P30, like the Pro, has the in-display fingerprint sensor as well. It works very well, probably the fastest I've seen, honestly. And it's not even ultrasonic; it's optical, but it is the fastest I've seen. Wasn't a good example there. Again, I'm looking through the viewfinder, so that's probably why. It also just rebooted, but it works really well. Kind of go through the menu here for everybody, but it's a beautiful device. It really is. Volume rocker, your power button. I like that little red strip on the power button there. Your triple Leica AI camera, flash, and your dual flash, I should say. I couldn't even get it straight. I love the way that device is actually shaped, the way it's rounded off. Got your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, your speaker, your USB Type C, microphone, noise canceling. You got your antenna bands right there on the sides right there. It's a very well constructed device. Always on display. Not quite as good as LG's or Motorola's, but it or Samsung's, but it does work really well. It's definitely a fingerprint magnet. Got your clear TPU, my favorite. Your SIM ejector tool. Your fast charge. Your USB Type C cable. Your AirPod clones. I mean, let's see what's on the back here. You can actually pick this up off of Amazon for less than $600. I paid $5.99, and well worth it. I mean, it's definitely a flagship for less than the flagship price. I actually, I know it's subjective, but between the Kirin 970 and Kirin 980, I've actually grown fonder of HiSilicon's flagship chipsets more so than I have Qualcomm's. I like the 970 and 980 more so than I ever did the Snapdragon 845, and as of right now, the Snapdragon 855 with devices that I've used with those chipsets. Now mid-range, not so much. Not so much. I'm not as big on the Kirin 710 as I am on the Snapdragon. Not necessarily the Snapdragon 710, but Snapdragon 675 and the Snapdragon 730G. They're monsters. They're beasts for the price of the devices that they're going to find their ways in. I mean, yesterday I did a review on the Redmi Note 7 with the Snapdragon 660. I mean, the Redmi Note 7 Pro is fixing to release globally with the Snapdragon 675. And for the price, when that thing comes out, nothing's going to touch it, because nothing even touches the regular Redmi Note 7 with the Snapdragon 660, let alone the 675. Devices with the Kirin 710 mid-range chipset generally end up being higher for no reason whatsoever. But that's a video for mid-rangers. As far as flagships, the Kirin 980 is a monster. Its data speeds, its LTE capabilities are supposed to be as fast as the Snapdragon 855, but I find that LTE speeds are actually quicker with the 980 in my personal experience. This device does have all of the frequencies for US, for T-Mobile and AT&T, except band 71 for you T-Mobile users. But the device works phenomenally well. I mean, I've been impressed with it. Best build quality. The OLED panel is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, honestly, I think the P30 is the better deal because the Pro's not even Quad HD like the Mate 20 Pro was. Really, as far as the OnePlus 7 coming out, not the OnePlus 7 Pro, but the OnePlus 7, this device will definitely give that a run for its money. But my suggestion would be to wait for the Honor 20 Pro. The Honor 20 Pro is going to offer a lot of what the P30 Pro offers, but probably for less than even this right here, the regular P30. So yeah, I'm actually on the fence there. I am actually a little bit more excited for the Honor 20 Pro than I am the OnePlus 7. Now, as far as the OnePlus 7 Pro, I think OnePlus is going to price themselves out with that device. It's going to be an interesting device, but, Huawei does have the Kirin 710 powered P Smart Z coming out next month, which will have a pop-up camera. A lot of people are already calling it a P30 Lite OnePlus edition. Lite because it doesn't have the Kirin 980. It has the Kirin 710, which I just got done talking about, which, even though it's a mid-ranger, it's not very impressive. But it's going to be interesting. I may get my hands on that if the price is right. But you know, if y'all haven't heard about that, look it up. The Huawei P Smart Z. I just found out about it earlier today while I was at work surfing the web on my free time. So I may check that out. But yeah, this is the Huawei P30, and man, it's great. It has Android 9 Pie with EMUI 9.1, and the big difference between 9.1 and 9 is that is a GPU Turbo 3.0, and it is a significant upgrade from GPU Turbo 2.0 that I last used with the Mate 20, which I did an overview of earlier. It was actually back in December or maybe even November of last year. You can check my channel for it. GPU Turbo 3.0 brings 60 frame per sec capabilities to Fortnite and one of my favorite games, Dragon Ball Legends, as well as a dozen other games. I mean, those are just the two main examples, you know, for me. There's other examples, so you know, check the list out online. Just type in, you know, GPU Turbo 3.0 game list. But very impressive. I mean, this thing is a gaming monster. It's a gaming beast. I mean, it's a gaming phone on the slick, which, you know, Huawei's actually been doing ever since the Honor Play came out last year. Ever since the Honor Play came out, which was their gaming phone, every Huawei and Honor device has been a gaming phone on the slick because of GPU Turbo. even a lot of devices released before the Honor Play last year. Speaking of which, we are due for an Honor Play 2. It is almost that time, and I didn't get the original Honor Play, but I may jump on the second one if it has the proper frequencies for the US. Heck, I may even want that more so than the Honor 20 Pro, which I'm sure will have the right US bands because the Honor 10 did. But like I said, you can comp this on Amazon, $5.99. It's the as Fosse Carter called his, the Wesley Snipes Black, and yeah, he's right. It's definitely the Wesley Snipes Black, and it is gorgeous. And talking about the color here, folks, you know, just for clarification. But yeah, this thing, man, it does feel good in the hand here. It really does. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. You know, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. I've noticed I've been getting a lot of subscribers lately. I appreciate y'all very much. Trying to get my channel to grow. I got a few other videos coming up. If you haven't checked the Redmi Note 7 that I did last night, check it out. I got the ZTE Axon M and LG G8 ThinQ videos coming up. So y'all be on the lookout. Peace.